Sorry, I'm trying to find the link for the YouTube live. I'm doing it private, so this is weird. All right, maybe I'll just have to post the live later. I don't know. Weird. All right, I'll share my screen. The best way I could think of doing this is I recorded a video of a full send playing out, and then also showed the SPX contracts on it. And then we'll just go over like regular full sends, how I trade those. Anyway, we'll get started right now. Excuse me, I'm really tired. Turn the volume off on this because I did narrate this video. Basically, let's see. I tried to start this. Okay. So we can see the full send popped up on this candle here. This red and green box is your indication that a full send's coming up. If the red and green box is above price action, it's going to be a bearish full send. And if the red and green box is below price action, it's going to be a bullish full send. So you know that they're coming up. This is 5-day, 3-minute. And so right now, my entry for puts would be below this candle. But then I can also tell that this next candle coming up here has gone above the previous candle, which means this full send will move to this candle after this candle closes. So my entry actually moves to this candle here. And you can see I'm already moving my put entry to the next candle because I know this full send will move from this candle to the next candle.
Okay, so when it moves, you do the fibs on the next candle, right?
I'm not doing fibs.
Oh, you're not doing fibs anymore?
Not for 3-minute full sends. I never have. I
Okay.
do below the low of the candle
Okay.
is the entry.
Okay, cool.
So as soon as this candle closes, you'll see the full send move from this candle to the next candle. And this can go on, for a while until the full send finally does trigger. Sorry, I don't want to fast forward anything and miss anything basically. We will fast forward the end of this video though, because
I hope you don't mind me asking questions, Rockets, because I know there's a lot of people that might want to ask the questions I ask, but they don't.
everybody should ask questions if they have them.
Yeah.
But no,
So,
I'm with you. Questions in public, like you said, like a lot of people have the question they don't want to ask, and
yeah,
if other people ask, then it'll be covered.
I can tell you that because a couple people DM me about when I posted some stuff the other day, and they said I feel the same way. I just I'm shy to speak in front of people. I'm not gonna say who it is, but so that's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you said a minute ago that it can take, like, as soon as you see it pop up, it doesn't mean that it's gonna play out right away.
No, so
It-
it can keep
it-
moving. So if we just watch, we'll see
okay.
this full send does move. I've never seen one pop up and immediately play out. I mean, I'm sure
Okay.
it could happen, I've never
Yeah.
seen it before.
So it could even take what, all day?
I mean, yeah, technically. So this
Okay.
one, it moved. I think we kind of missed it. Um, but it went from this candle to this candle
Okay.
as soon as this candle here opened.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I said, since the price went above the previous candle, I already knew it was going to move. So I had already moved my entry to this candle.
Gotcha.
So this is pretty easy to do on the fly, even when price is moving. And then your entry, and this is how Shorty explains it. Like you use ashy candles to find the full sends, but for your entries, oh, actually, we're kind of missing it here. Let me pause it. For your entries, you're going to use regular candles. So I have regular candles up here in the right corner, and down here I have contracts on SPX. For full sends, like day trades on SPX, I like to be right around $500 per contract or $600, right around there. So this particular one, our entry, you can't really see it because we came down and touched the entry and then bounced a little bit. But the
Yeah.
ask is right at 530, and that's where I would have entered this trade. Um, and then now we can just watch it play out. Um, and you can see on Ashies, it doesn't look like it triggered, but it did over here. So there 100% is a trigger. You could say even like, 570, 590 for entry. But you could have got in this at 530 easily.
Okay.
And this specifically here is going to be, like I said, the 5-day, 3 minute on SPX. They really don't miss. I've seen them miss one time, and that's really it
The 5 day, 3 minute.
on SPX.
Okay.
So can you say it one more time, Rockets, in terms of, okay, we see the full send pop up. Our entry is below the candle with the full send indicator on it.
Correct. So you can see it here. I mean, again, on Ashy, it's going to look different, but this is our candle with the full send. You draw the entry at the bottom of that Ashy candle, and then you use regular candlesticks for your entry.
You're waiting for that candle to close, correct?
No,
Got it.
I just wait for the candle to cross above or below the trigger.
Yeah. And so for calls, it would be at the top of that candle.
Correct.
Yep.
So you can see now, I'm just going to pause this really quick. So right now, let's just say we bought at the ask at 530. Right now, you can sell for $2 at the bid at 730. Like that's worst case scenario, buying at the ask and selling at the bid. This is like an easy $2 move in one candle, 1 3 minute candle. And every time I've seen full sends play out on 5-day, 3 minute, they normally pay between $2 to $5. So, I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody specifically how to trade, but I would say if you're being conservative, shoot for $2 on every 5-day, 3 minute full send. If you have a higher risk tolerance, then you can shoot for that $5. Um, Preferably, I would say, if you can afford multiple contracts, trim at $2 and leave a runner or whatever, and see if you can get more. So at this point here, I'm just going to fast forward the rest of this because there's no point in watching. But I'll just show you guys the end result. This went to
$2 is $2, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna nail the top perfectly, but they went to 15. So
Wow.
it was almost a $1,000 um, move, almost a 200x on SPX. Um,
Wow.
and this is not like best case scenario. You know, like if you look at previous um, 5 day 3 minute full sends on SPX, they you know, like that one that I posted or that one that I made the video of was just a 20-point move. This full send, I mean, again, I haven't looked at these, so I don't know exactly, but the entry is at 38.25, and you know, like even if you just got out on this candle, they went to 38.48, so that's more than a 20-point move. Um, the full move didn't happen until the next day over here at 39.02. Um, you know,
So, Rocky, no, go ahead, finish.
um, you know, some of them might look smaller. This one here, entry is 37.55 and went to 37.43, so that's a 10-point move. But I mean, you guys can go through and, you know, back test these on your own. All I did was use the on demand um, in TD Ameritrade to replay that full send and record that video last night. What were you going to say, Angel?
Um, I was gonna ask you, shit. No, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead. I'll think of
All right.
it.
Was there a full send entry on SPX today? Because I don't see it on my charts. Maybe I'm missing something.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Was there a full send down for today's short?
I didn't see one. I mean, I'm
I
not.
didn't see one either. I'm just curious because I misplayed it pretty badly.
Yeah. Um,
Oh
I
yeah,
might.
that's what I was gonna ask. I know on Spy they come up like every couple of days. Is that the same way for SPX or no?
It's really. It just depends. Some days you won't
Okay,
have any at all.
gotcha.
Some days you'll have three. So
Okay.
I think it was Friday. There was three full sends on 5 day 3 minute on SPX, and all of them were like pretty big moves, and all of them paid pretty huge.
Oh
Um,
yeah. My question is, okay, so let's say on a candle, if a candle, let's say is, because SPX moves, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, let's say 38, 48, 45, let's say it moves from 45 to 50.
mhm.
That, since you're experienced at that, what does that pay? Let's say 5 points, 5, 10 points.
There's no way to answer that because it varies from day to day.
I got you. But
Some
but it's good money.
Well, some days 5 points will pay $1, and some days 5 points will pay 50 cents. So it
Yeah,
depends on the day. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
$50 is still good for 5 points,
Yeah,
but it really just depends on the day. Um,
sure.
let's just, I think, just because there's questions about the entry. Um, so if you're trying to play this full send here, like I said, this box will pop up. Actually, really quick, sorry. What am I doing? So for a lot of you, you might not have I forget what it is, either the green box or the red box. I think it's the red box that doesn't show up. Um, if you go to, actually, let me just redo that. If you go to your studies and right click on full send and go to edit sources, and then you scroll all the way down to the bottom, one of these, I think it's 1030,
30, yeah.
has a hashtag in front of it, which basically means that this line of code is xed out. If you delete that hashtag, then the red box will appear on your charts.
Yeah.
And then also, I know some people like want to change the name of their full send. I think it's at
7.
979 or something like that. Or
Well,
it's
I thought it was in the sevens, but I could be wrong.
no, it's 900 something.
It was right there, 978.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
So right here at line 978 where it says quotation mark full send baby quotation mark, you can change this to whatever you want it to say and then click apply and it'll change. If you want to change what pops up. I know some people have fastest.
Some, some, some guys, some guys got D's on it.
Yeah. But so really quick, so as soon as you see this box pop up, you already know we're going to have a bullish full send. You don't know when it's going to trigger, but you know you're going to have it. And so basically what I do at that point is I just get my price level and I just put it on the current candle, like, oh, it's probably going to pop up here. And then when this candle closes, like as soon as this candle goes below this candle, I know as soon as this candle closes, the full send's going to move to this candle because what the Elliott wave is looking for is the low or the high. So the low on bullish and the high on bearish. And so if a candle goes below the previous candle, the full send's going to move to that next candle. So you just grab your price level and move it to that candle, and that becomes your new entry. And then once you do that, hang on one second, sorry. Oh shoot, I did not want that. Sorry, let me just pop out this chart. Wow, this is ugly. I'm gonna have to change this.
Wow,
Can't
look at that.
can't see anything.
Wow. You
Uh,
got all the indicators in there.
no, it's mostly just the clouds. Oh, I just realized this happened. What is it? 7:15.
So Rockets, if the box appears on the top and the label appears on the top, then that means that it's going to be bullish. I mean bearish. If they appear on the bottom, then obviously it's going to be bullish. Correct?
Correct. I don't know. Why can't I see this?
And do they both appear on the
38:24.
bottom and the top?
I'm sorry?
Do they both appear on the bottom or the top?
The boxes?
The box and the label.
Yeah,
Like,
so for bullish, they're both going to be on the bottom.
okay,
For bearish, they'll both be on the top.
okay, thank you.
Um, Why can't I see this line? What the heck? Oh, I think I know why. I'm pretty stupid right now. Sorry, bear with me, guys. I have two instances of TOS open.
You're good, bro.
So here we go. That was really confusing. I'm like, I just drew that line. Where is it? Um, so um, sorry, bear with me, everybody. I'm still completely confused. Oh, that's because it happened here. Yeah. So this is our entry on this the high of this candle here for this full send, and so you would have hopped in on this candle, or if you're more patient, the retest of the next candle, um, and then again you're gonna get easily $2 on this move. Um, if you happen to buy contracts for the next day, you could have played it a lot higher. A lot of times, or I shouldn't even say a lot of times, every single time I've witnessed it, if you get a 5 day, 3 minute full send at the end of the day, it will play out overnight. Like, or I shouldn't say will, but probably like 95% of the time, you're going to either gap down or up depending on the direction of the full send. I haven't seen that miss either. So you can see here, um, since these are not ashy candles, it looks different. But again, Shorty said, find your entry with the ashy candles and then take your entry off of regular candles. So as soon as you pass through this line, you would hop in calls and play it to the upside. And that's it. And like I said, you can go through, um, you know, and test this, or you can test it yourself. The big thing I would recommend though is to do the replay feature um, on TOS,
The
and that way,
demand,
what's up?
the demand, you mean?
Yeah, on demand replay,
Yeah.
um, and just watch these play out. Like this one, I guess is a fake out. Um, but then again, actually, just looking at this, like I wouldn't be trying to play a full send here. Like this doesn't look like, from 3 to 4 is almost flat. So 4 to 5 is going to be almost flat as well. Hopefully that makes sense. Um,
I could be wrong, bro, but on demand, and maybe it's me, probably, but on demand, it seems like when the full sends come up,
mhm.
instead of going the direction it's supposed to go, it goes the other way.
I would say
Maybe
you're wrong because I've never seen that.
maybe it's because it's on demand, but
No, like I've literally never seen that.
okay, then it's me.
Um, like I don't know what you're doing wrong, but
No, no, I'm following the rules but for some reason it always goes the other way, and I again maybe, yeah, I just needed to let it play out longer. But usually as soon as they pop up, it seems to run, like really run, and then and then I think that's the play out, and maybe it's not.
okay. So on demand, I'm on demand
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
Um, I can only, like you can only go to certain dates on demand. you can't replay today. I forget exactly
Right.
like right now I can replay. It looks like the 15th is the latest, July 15th. Um, and so like we can watch this full send play out. Like if we go, actually this will be like a good opportunity for me to show how to do this really quick. Um,
Cool.
you can see down here, this full send triggered at 6:54 in the morning. So I would recommend starting on the candle before at least, if not before that, so you can like literally watch if that full send keeps moving. But we'll start on this candle here. Um, I'm just gonna do 6:53. Um, so as you can see, the box is below, which says it's going to be a bullish full send. Um, this is on demand. And so to show this really quick, basically, you select the date and you type in the time, and then you push go to anybody that's never used this before. Um, and then you can go exactly to the time, that you want to replay. And so I'll just hit play now, and we'll watch this play out really quick. This doesn't have a full send on it. So actually the candle that the full send popped up on um, triggered. Oh, actually, 1 second. Let me pause this really quick. Let me also pop out. Let me do this. What am I doing? Um, and pop out the regular candles so we can watch this as well. This will be, where you're actually taking the play. I can't stand hollow candles. I don't know why. It always defaults to that. Okay. So now we can watch it play out here, and we can watch the trigger here. So we have like 15 seconds on this candle. Um, all right, so when this candle dips down into this green zone, we should get a full send pop up. Actually, I just realized this full send's actually probably going to pop up after this candle closes. So this one might have been hard to play unless you're watching like a hawk. I don't know. Let's see.
So if it pops up pre-market, that doesn't mean it's still not. It's still gonna play throughout the day, correct?
What do you mean pre-market?
Yeah, before the market opens.
SPX doesn't have pre-market.
Okay. Well, any other? You're just doing. You're just talking about SPX today.
5 day 3 minute, I would just play SPX
Okay.
without like back testing stuff on your own. Like if you want to back test Spy and see how it works out.
Yeah.
But I don't have information on it. Like I haven't. Um, I've watched a lot of full sends on 5 day 3 minute on SPX,
Yeah.
and
I
I
got you.
haven't watched any on Spy.
Okay.
So it looks like this might actually trigger before the full send pops up, which is a little awkward. But then I guess we know that it retests the trigger, so that would actually work out in our favor if that's the case. We'll see how this plays out.
Hey, Rocket, what's the
Yeah.
trigger for a full send?
I'm sorry?
What was the trigger for a full send? Is that line up there?
Yeah, so it's the on a bullish one it's going to be above the current candle that the full send's on. And for bearish it'll be the bottom of the candle. Like crossing below the candle or crossing above the candle.
Okay, I got you.
But you use ashy candles for the trigger and you use regular candles for the entry.
Okay, so open on the Ashi candles for a trigger, and then check a retest on like the regular candles?
No. You're not checking a retest.
Oh,
You put your trigger on the ashies and you take your entry on the regular. Okay, so here we go. Here's our full send. We haven't crossed the trigger. And so, you know, like you can get this line ready in advance, your entry, and just keep moving it to the current candle. And then you're going to take your entry when you cross above here.
oh, okay, I got you. Thanks.
Yeah. And so then the only way this full send would move to this candle is if this goes down below the low of this candle. Or if it's bearish, if this candle went above the high of this previous candle. So here's our trigger almost. And if you guys want to know contract prices, I can do that as well.
Yeah, that would be dope. Thanks.
I don't think these are accurate.
Are you ever looking at confluence of full send on the option chain chart in addition to the underlying, or just using the underlying full send?
Just using the full send. So I've literally on, like I said, on 5 day 3 minute on SPX, I've seen them play out like, I don't know the number of times, but a lot of times. And I've only seen it miss once. So unfortunately, I can't give you guys option prices. I don't know why these are so funky, but these are not accurate, obviously. Like
Yeah, they're like that.
this one here, so close to being in the money, should be close to like, I don't know, 700 to a grand. So I don't know what's going on with that, but all right, let's hit play again. So there's our trigger. You would hop in calls here and, you know, basically just take profits when you're happy. Like I said, conservative would be like $1 to $2 per contract. If you have a higher risk tolerance, you can shoot for like $5 per contract. Sometimes they do go as much as $1,000 a contract.
That's based on getting about a $500 contract, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what if you got just say $100 contracts? Would you cut your goal? I don't know, by divided by 5?
If you're gonna do that, I would just backtest it, and you know, so basically, I'm just telling you what I know. I don't want to start making stuff up. I've never looked at like the $100 or $200 contracts. Or actually, I'm sorry, I have. And I've seen $200 contracts go as high as like $1,500, even more. But they're not going to move as close as the ones that are, $500 or $600. So this candle here, you're happy. Like this
Makes
is
sense.
nuts.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So that's over 20 points. I mean, if you're not taking profits here, like there's something wrong with you.
Something's wrong.
Or at least like putting a stop loss, below. Yeah. Yeah, see, I would have took profit there.
Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
No, that's cool. What about stops when you enter though? Where do you place your stop after getting in?
I mean, I think for full sends, I guess what I would recommend is I would just play these, and when you first start playing them, you can either go for like 2-to-1 risk to reward. So like if you're shooting for $200, you can do like $100 stop loss. If you're and I would just play it like that, or you could even go for 1-to-1. Because they really don't miss. Like I said, I've seen it miss one time. Like I've literally seen a full send on 5-day 3-minute miss once. So you could do 1-to-1, like 200 for 200. And then once you build up your account, then you can use like a wider stop loss, and also like as your account gets bigger, you can afford to risk more. And then you can shoot, for like 500 per contract with, like more risk, like risking 200 or 300 or whatever it is that you're comfortable with.
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah. And then I'll show this really quick as well. If I can. Where? Oh, wait, it's not going to be on that. Yeah, it will be on that screen. So if I go to, oh my gosh, this is funny. It's so weird using two different instances of TOS.
TOS is crazy, man.
No, I just have to get to the right one to show you guys what I wanted to show you. So basically, I'm not going to try to show this on the replay thing, but all right, I'll just show you guys this. It's kind of hard because so if I was wanting to say buy these SPY calls, we'll just pretend it's SPX. Wow, I'm clicking the wrong stuff. I have so much stuff on a tiny monitor. There we go. I can do it.
Sounds
All
like
right.
me.
So well, no, I'm used to having this stuff on my 49-inch monitor, and so it doesn't fit on this 27-inch.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys this really quick, how to do like orders. I am recording this, so you guys will be able to go back and rewatch this. You don't have to worry about like copying my settings immediately. But on your active trader, I'm assuming everybody knows how to open this and link it to a watch list. If anybody doesn't, speak up and I'll go over it really quick. But as far as my settings in active trader, if you click the configure button here, basically I would recommend copying the way I have it set. And then once you do that, where it says template here, you can click on trigger with bracket, and you can do, like that 2 to 1. So $2 and negative $1 stop loss. So you can see if I buy here, buying 2 limit at 335, it's going to automatically put, or wait, there we go. It's going to automatically put a stop. I can't move my mouse to hover over it, but you'll see on the right side, it says trigger +2 limit. And then at the bottom on the right side, it says trigger -1 stop. So basically, if I click purchase, it's going to put a limit order to buy contracts at 335, and it's going to put a sell $2 above and a stop $1 below. And then you can save these. So like if you make this trigger with brackets and you want to consistently use, $2 take profit, $1 stop loss. If you click this save custom order template, you type in a name for it and click save. And then every time you click this, it'll pop up down here as whatever you type the name as.
Yes, sir.
So that's a really quick way. Like every time you see a full send setting up, you can click on this trigger with bracket, and then whatever you purchase at, it automatically puts in your stop loss and your take profit for you. So it's a nice, fast, quick, easy way of doing that.
Yeah, and make sure that every time you do an order, you do that, because once you do an order, it goes back up to a single.
Yes.
So, yeah, make sure that you press it every time.
Mm-hmm. And then from there, I'll just go over full sends really quick. At least how I do them. I want to turn off on demand really quick because we don't need on demand for this. And I know Cat has a full send right now. Unless something changed. Yeah. So basically, I can share this grid. I already shared it. If you go to the video tab in our Discord, actually, I'll just show it instead of sharing it again. But this is videos. If you go up to right here, April 13th. This is another video on full sends, and here's the flex grid link for TOS. And basically what it is I have a bunch of different time frames: 5-day 3-minute, 5-day 10, 15, 20, 30-day 30-minute, 30-day 1 hour, 30-day 65-minute, 30-day 2 hour, 4 hour, 1 year 1 day, 3-year week, and 10-year month. This one I don't really look at too much because you would want to be buying leaps. And actually, I'll cover this really quick. A lot of people ask me like, oh, how far out to buy contracts? Well, this one doesn't have a good example. Let me look at let me look at SPY really quick. So these are each, this is 10-year, 1 month. So each candle represents a month. As far as knowing how far out to buy contracts, you just start counting candles. So this is our full send. So you would count 1 month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it took 7 months for this to play out. And then if we count this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 months. So it looks like you would want to buy at least 7 months worth of time if you were trying to play these full sends on the monthly candles. If you look at like the 1 year, 1 day, again, if you're trying to catch the whole move, you just count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So 31 days for this one to play out. This one here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 days. So you're probably wanting to buy contracts again if you're trying to catch the whole move, you know, 20 to 40 days out for 1 year, 1 day full sends. And basically you can just do that on any time frame, count how many candles it takes to play out, and you can figure out, you know, roughly how long it takes to play out. And then as far as like the red and green box, this green box here, you want to see the full send trigger inside of the green box. If it triggers like outside the box completely, it's less likely to play out. If it triggers in the red box, it's less likely to play out. This one here triggered outside the box and it's still, you know, played out. But you're really looking for a trigger inside the green box,
Nice.
according to Shorty anyway. I haven't actually seen it make a difference. Yeah.
Can you explain the numbers, the Elliott waves?
So part of the 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 full send indicator is based on several things, not just Elliott waves. But the Elliott waves are just counted. So Elliott waves are 1 through 5. And I don't really like this one. Let's find you know, I want to go to SPX. So basically, Elliott waves, again, they go from 1 to 5. The 5 is over here. And all these numbers are just saying this is wave 1 to wave 2. And then wave 3 down to wave 4. The full send pretty much always pops up on wave 4. And the reason being is the most violent move on Elliott waves is normally from wave 4 to 5. And so that's all those numbers are. It's just showing you where the waves are. So basically, anytime you see a 3, you're getting close to seeing the full send. Because the 3 to 4 wave is generally small. And again, the 4 to 5 wave is generally the most violent move.
Oh, so the longest move would be from 4 to 5?
Not the longest, the most violent. So, like,
Okay,
move in one direction the quickest.
I got you.
And actually, that brings up another good point. If you go to your settings on full send, I have summaries turned off and diagnostics turned off.
Yeah.
I think by default it's like this, and it just gives you like some of the measurements of the waves and stuff. It just takes up a lot of space on the screen. So I recommend turning that off. What was the other? I don't know. Yeah, I've never turned those on. I don't know what any of this means. But so anyway, turn off summaries, turn off diagnostics, and then you won't get that big old box with too much information. So what I wanted to go over next is what I was talking about is this flex grid. You can see they're all linked to the red symbol. And then I have a watch list here linked to the red symbol. And this is basically it's every ticker that has an ATR above 2. So if I click this, these change behind. And when I'm looking at full sends, basically every day I'll go through. I'm mostly looking at these time frames here, so like 30-minute, 1 hour, 65, so on and so on and so on. I don't pay attention to these ones because they'll normally play out overnight. And there's no point in trying to chart them and play them the next day if they're playing out overnight. And so what I'll do, I'm just going to go to one that I know is rock solid. So Cat has a bullish full send on the 3-year 1 week. And I check it against the clouds. So you can check your clouds on TradingView. You guys have them there. And then there's several ways, you can do the entries on full sends like this on the weekly. One of the things that people do is they'll draw fibs. Why am I? And on the fibs, they'll use the 0.382 fib, which is this line here. I don't know why the number. Oh, I guess if I make these wider, it'll pop up. So I draw fibs just on this candle alone, and the 38.2 fib is right here. You can use that for your entry. However, you can see that's right at the bottom of the weekly cloud here, and I don't want to grab calls going into the weekly cloud because normally you'll chop, which you can see is happening, on this next candle. This is a 1 week candle. It's pretty small and it's chopping inside of the cloud. So my entry at minimum for Cat is going to be above the cloud. And again, you guys can check this on TradingView. But once I look at the clouds, then I hop over into TradingView and I'll go to like a further out time frame. And I look at my my visible range volume profile, and I look for skinny bellies, and this particular on Cat you can see I have this marked as a risky entry here. My safer entry is right here, and then we have a skinny belly all the way up to like 187. So from 182 to 187, pretty good move. But I also have possible rejections here because I draw like my POCs and VPOCs, on 30-day, on the 30-minute time frame. And all of those could be possible rejections or where, bull flags could form. But so on this, we have a nice skinny belly um, up to 187. And so basically, that's how I look at full sends, like after hours. Like right now, I would start looking through my watch list and finding full sends, and I check them against the clouds. And if the clouds aren't going to be in the way of the trade, then I'll check the visible range volume profile to see if there's a skinny belly there. And if all three of those things line up, if you have a full send, the clouds aren't in the way, and you have a skinny belly, like 95% chance it's going to be a killer play. So that's how I like to play them.
Once you find the once you chart it on the ASHI and mark your mark, you could always switch it to the candles, right?
So
On
I
TOS.
always take my trades on regular candles.
Okay.
And that's what, as far as full sends are concerned, that's what Shorty says to do.
Yeah.
Shorty, he talks about using ashy candles for trading, but for full sends,
Yeah.
and basically like to lay this down for people. I mean, Shorty can speak on this better than I can because I'm not him, and I don't, what's it called? Words. I mean, I haven't asked him about it in depth, but I know after Shorty, or basically, I know Shorty traded through college, and that's kind of how he put himself through college and supported himself in college. After he bought his first home, he was playing only full sends and Verroot for like 2 years, and he paid off his whole house. So Shorty will tell you, like, you don't have to check the clouds and for skinny bellies, but he would also tell you to put your entry, at the high of the candle on a bullish full send, and at the low of the candle on a bearish full send. And but like I was saying, some people will draw those fibs, and it does work. They'll draw their fibs and they'll take the 38.2% fib as a trigger. But if you want to play it like more safe, you want to use the high and the low of the candle as your entry.
And that's including the wicks, right?
Yes,
Okay.
everything. Yeah. So I do modify that. So like for me, if I was going to play this cat play, my entry would probably be right about here at the top of this, excuse me, at the top of the cloud here. And then I always go a little bit further and check, the visible range volume profile. And I know this doesn't look right because I'm not, sorry. I have to zoom out more to get like the full. But so you can see the skinny belly here. As long as 180.58 is above that cloud, I'm happy to take this entry here and play it up. And again, I put the safer entry up here. So yeah. I kind of lost my train of thought and I don't know why. But basically my point was like I'm modifying the entry based on there being a skinny belly and based on there not being any clouds in the way. Shorty would say just take the high of the candle as your entry and just leave it at that. And so what I was getting to when I was talking about him paying off his house in 2 years, he didn't check clouds. He didn't check skinny bellies. He would just take the high of the candle that the full send pops up on as his trigger and play it. and take the low of bearish, or the low of the candle on bearish full sends as his trigger and play it. And that's all he would do. I've found through time, because I like to share plays on a few different discords. And I don't like to share plays that are questionable. And again, full sends are not questionable. Like they hit pretty hard. But a lot of times you have to wait. Like this full send popped up at $167, and you're not going to take the entry until 183. It can take weeks for it to get to the trigger. And so, with looking at clouds and looking at skinny bellies, you can possibly find a trigger that's it's going to be more risky possibly because you're not waiting for the high of the candle. But you can hop in the play earlier than you normally would, by checking everything. If you want to play the way Shorty recommends, just always use the high of the candle or the low of the candle and just leave it at that. So, any questions? No? Anybody have anything else they want to go over?
I have a question. So
Yep.
is there a full send developing on SPX right now? I have one like going into after hours on my screen.
So SPX again, it doesn't move during after hours. But I know there's full sends developing. They're all going to be
Okay.
out of the, or actually, I take that back. No, I don't. There are full sends developing. This full send has completely moved. That's up here today. Oh no, actually I take that back. That was SPY. So full send on SPX is setting up for a bearish full send on so all of these that have the green and red box. So basically 20-minute, 15-minute, 10-minute, and 3-minute. And if I put like 5-minute, I'm sure there's one there as well. There's a full send setting up for a bearish full send down.
Okay.
And that's, like for me, when I see this, as soon as I see this green and red box, I normally will zoom in on this and then I'll get my line ready. I'm a little bit anal, so I generally will, type in short below and I change the color to red. And then, like as my candles start to get close to this green box, I'll start putting it, on that candle, getting ready for that full send to pop.
So what made you set your line at one of those green boxes versus any of the other ones that the red and green are covering? Like where is the point where you're setting your line and why?
I'm sorry, I didn't fully understand the question.
Why do you choose a specific candle to set your entry?
Whatever candle has the full send on it.
Okay, but at this point, none of them have like a little full send
Oh
indicator.
no,
We
I'm just
like,
getting ready for when it does pop up. That's all. I mean, like I could have it here; it doesn't matter. As soon as I see the full send pop up, I'm gonna put it on the candle. Or even as these candles get close to the green box, I'll start putting them on the candle then, and it'll be the most recent candle like this. I just threw it there like no reason, just being ready for when it does pop up. Because
Just drawing the line to get ready.
Sometimes they can happen fast, and I don't want to be clicking, to get the line on my page and then have to go back to my cursor and move it. and possibly miss my entry. So I want to get it ready beforehand and be ready to put it on the candles as the full send starts popping up.
And the reason you know it's gonna be popping up is because the box is already there, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I have a 3 here. So this is my
Okay,
3 to 4. It's going to pop
gotcha.
up on the 4, and I have my box above. And so
Okay,
I know it's going to be a bearish full send.
okay, cool.
Any other questions, anybody? Nobody's typing anything, right? I don't see anything. I don't like this new chat room.
I was a little late. I don't know. Did you go over the Momo indicator as well?
I didn't. Um, I can go over it. I'm probably not the best person to go over it, but I can go over it. Let me see. Um, Shorty told me about it. Sorry, I'm just looking back in my chat. Okay. All right, so I have all the information on Momo right now. The only thing I don't like about trying to show Momo is at the end of the day. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. Okay. So here's Momo down. It's this yellow line um, with this yellow arrow. I know for some people the candlestick color changes. I had to edit that. Um,
Yeah, I tried to edit, but it says that it comes default.
no.
Oh,
You have to go
okay.
to Shorty New Trend Bar and right click it and go to Edit Sources.
Ah, gotcha.
And I don't remember exactly where. Somebody in the Discord, if you ask, will be able to tell you exactly what you have to change in here. But like where it says like
Yeah, it'd be
um,
nice to change it.
no, maybe if somebody can look at theirs. I
Yeah,
think it's right here where it says else color current.
yeah, yeah. I would like to change mine too because it's kind of confusing.
Okay, but I'm saying if somebody can look at theirs so we can compare the difference between mine and theirs, we can find what needs to be changed.
Yeah.
Is anybody able to look at theirs?
I had to pull up my Thinkorswim.
All right. Well, while we're waiting, I'll just go over what it is. We can look at that again in a minute. So basically, the Momo, it's crazy how this is calculated. So it uses CCI, which I don't even know what that is. Let me see if I can look it up. So CCI is Commodity Channel Index. You can look that up if you want to. I don't know what it is. It uses ATR, which is so CCI plus ATR ATR is actual true range in combo based on higher highs, lower highs, and all that jazz. It considers the previous day high, low, and close. Yeah, so that's it. CCI plus ATR plus structure and previous day low, close, and open. And that's how it's calculated. So it's a pretty complex script. And basically, it's pretty accurate. When you see it pop up, it will generally play out. The way Shorty says to use it, it is like a little bit of a lagging indicator. So, like on this candle, it probably popped up after this candle closed, but you would hop in puts or you use it to keep you in the trade. So the yellow line, as long as these candles are closing below the yellow line, you would stay in your puts. And then once it closes above is where you would get out of your puts. And then the inverse for calls, it would be a blue line instead of a yellow line. And as long as that blue line is, as long as your candles are above the blue line, you can stay in the trade. Once it closes below it, you would get out of the trade. So hopefully that covers, or hopefully you guys understand that.
I have my thinker swim up now.
Okay, so let's look at it. I believe, so if you go to your edit your studies and on new trend bar or whatever you have yours called, you would right click it and go to edit sources. And then I believe scroll all the way down to the bottom.
Okay.
I think it's line 51 to 54, where we change it from color dot red or green to color dot current.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So if you can look at 51, line 51, 52, 53, 54, and just confirm that changing then color to period, current, period, current, period, current. Yours probably says like cayenne and other stuff, yellow.
Mine say pretty much yours, and then under where it says else colored, mine say yellow.
Where
Everything
is...
else is the same.
Oh, okay.
On line 53.
You mean line 54? Else color, period, current?
No, 53 says else color dot yellow, and then 54 says else color dot current.
Okay.
Like yours.
So that's it, everybody. Just change line 53 to else color dot current. And you should be good to go.
Can you hear me?
Absolutely can, yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mine is exactly like yours, but it still changes the color. So that's what I was looking for too. So I have that else color current on line 51 to 53. And then at the very bottom, I also have it the same, 67, 68.
I don't have a line 67 and 68.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't have mine stop at 54 as well.
Yeah.
Because this is the new Momo, right?
I mean, this is the new Momo that, yeah, Shorty gave me. I don't know if he posted a newer one or gave you guys a newer one.
Yeah, the one I got from him.
You have more lines?
I have up to 60. Okay.
Yeah, I would have to ask Shorty if he edit it more. You might want to just ask in the Discord. Gosh. Without seeing the code of what you have, I don't I have no way of saying what to do. So
He gave us two. One is Momo Trend Bar, and then there's another one just called Trend Bar.
okay, I wonder what the difference is.
Right.
Oh,
They are
is
different.
that's
A
the
Momo, yeah, that's the regular trend bar.
okay? So that's the old trend bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the real trend bar.
Yeah, I don't use the old trend bar. I just use the Momo trend bar. So I sorry, I don't know who was speaking, but I would recommend using the Momo trend bar, not the other one.
Right. I'm guessing that's why hers, because the other one has a lot more lines of code.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
thank you so much. I'll make that change.
Okay. All right, guys. Anything else?
There were some other indicators, arrows and pivots. Can
Um,
you maybe 30,000 foot view on those?
Pivots are great. Um, and then arrows. I have them somewhere.
Separate video on the Vervoot.
There's really not much to it. I can go over it right now. I don't know why I don't see the arrows. I know I have them. Strange. I'm like, wondering if I spelt it wrong. I don't have them. Yeah, so I don't have the arrows, unfortunately. Which is strange because I'm pretty sure I've used them before. So pivots are super powerful. Since I'm on a 5-day chart, it's only showing weekly and daily, I think. I don't see monthly. I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't see it. But it doesn't really matter. The basically the pivots, oh gosh. I'm trying to remember precisely, and I'm not going to be able to remember. It's either like the open or the close of the previous 3 days, divided by 3, gives you the daily pivot. And then the weekly is the same thing, but it's just the previous 3 weeks instead of the previous 3 days. And then the monthly is the previous 3 months. And they just act as strong support and resistance. It doesn't look great here on Ashies, but on, let me see. Excuse me. Oh, what is going on? Sorry, I'm trying to find. So here's a great example. If we look at SPX today, we formed a bear flag at the is this monthly pivot? Daily pivot here. And then we rejected at the weekly pivot here. Same thing on SPY, bear flagged at the daily, and then bounced at the weekly. Um, I don't see the monthly. I don't know why I have clouds on here. Hang on, sorry guys. Sorry, I'm kind of confused as to why the monthly is not showing up. Yeah, it's on there. It's weird. Oh, it's like a gray line. Okay. Well, I can't. Oh, it looks like no. Anyway, I can't find it, but basically that's all it is the pivots are like for the daily, it's the previous 3 days, either the open or the close. I don't remember which one, divided by 3. The daily or the weekly, sorry, is the previous 3 weeks, and the monthly is the previous 3 months. And then Shorty's arrows, for whatever reason, I don't even have them. So
Thank you.
yeah. But I mean, it's going to be probably the same as the arrows that show up on, or actually, I would probably just trust the Momo trend bar arrows, because, if you heard what I said, it's based on so much stuff that you need a lot of confluence for those arrows and the trend line to pop up. What did I say? Like CGI or CTI, ATR, and then the previous day, open, close, and low, or something like that. So there's a lot of factors for the trend bar to pop up. It's taking a lot of things into consideration. Oh, and then higher highs, higher lows, all of that. So yeah. All right. Anything else, everybody?
I think we're good for now. Thanks a lot, man.
No questions.
How do you reset a study? So we just edited our study, the Momo trim bar, and then my yellow arrow disappeared, and all the arrows disappeared. So how do you like delete it and then put it back in?
Oh, well, when you close and like reopen TOS, they should show back up. But I wouldn't. Oh, sorry. Somebody asked about the ver root. I didn't go over that. But I wouldn't worry too much, because these, like on Momo Trend Bar, these disappear. So like, let's say right now it's in bullish. Overnight, I'm sure it will change to bearish or whatever, and this will vanish completely. So like, you can't go back and look at previous trend bars, because they disappear once a new one pops up. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. Okay, and then Verroot is basically just I don't know what it's based on. I've never asked Shorty about it. I think, actually, I take that back. He mentioned what it was based on. I don't remember the exact EMAs, but it's something like the 834 cross or something like that. I wonder. Yeah, I mean, we could look at the code, but I don't want to do that. But it's based on something similar to like the 834 or whatever that EMA cross is. I don't know what it is. And it's telling you like a change in direction. So like where you see this little period, this is indicating that we're going from bearish to bullish. And then we see the period here indicating we're going from bullish to bearish. And he says not to play it on anything lower than like a 30-minute time frame. So he recommends using Verroot on 30-minute candles. And like if we look at them, I'm wondering if I can drag this over. I can. So these are 30 minutes. And you can see it's pretty accurate. So like this here is a little bit of a fake out. It's saying going from bullish to bearish, but it didn't. And then we went back to bullish up to here, and then it popped up and it's saying bearish all the way down. And we also have confluence with the Momo trend bar down. So, and these are 30-minute candles. So. Does that make sense?
So only look at them on 30-minute candles, huh?
Yeah, Shorty says, I mean, not only look at them on 30 minutes, but he's saying, like,
More
if you're going to trade it, use 30-minute candles. So, like, I have it here on my 5-day, 3-minute chart. And I also have Momo trend bar and full send. Like, this is my, I don't know, I'm kind of weird. So, all of these are just full send, except this one here, I have my, on my 5-day, 3-minute, I have Verroot and I have Momo. And then on my 3-year, 1 week, I have clouds. I mean, nobody on this call, I don't think, has the clouds. Shorty sells the clouds. They're 25K. So, and they're deadly accurate. So, hence the price tag. So yeah. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. Otherwise, I'm going to call it here.
Are you guys doing a watch list tonight by any chance?
No, Shorty's on vacation.
Okay. Thanks a lot, brother.
Are the clouds on Toss versus TradingView completely different?
They are, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The clouds on TradingView are good. They work. I think the clouds on TOS are more deadly. I mean, I can show you guys the difference. It's going to be completely different. Like if I go, sorry. Let me pull them up really quick. This is going to get ugly really fast. So, gosh, it's so hard to see. I have too many lines. But so you can see here on Trading View, like we're not next to the cloud. So the 4-hour is down here. The weekly bottom is right here. And on TOS, the weekly is right there. So the position is completely different. So the weekly here is at 375. And here it's at 380. So unfortunately, TOS and TradingView calculate the candles completely different, and there's no way to get an exact port over into TradingView, and that's why full send also won't work on TradingView, is because the candles are calculated differently. But so the position's different, but they're still just as deadly. Like you can see here, the 1-day bottom is closed, and price tried what, like 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, all bounced within the cloud and never broke through it. Okay. Anything else, anybody? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. I just heard something. Is somebody trying to say something? Nope. All right. I mean, if you guys ever have questions, you can always at me or DM me or whatever. And we can always hop on another call if we need to. Excuse me. Oh, I'm tired. We'll plan a video, or we'll plan a class sometime soon for like POCs, VPOCs, volume profile, value area. For a lot of people, that will be
Cool.
what's that?
I said cool.
For a lot of people, it'll be cool. For a lot of people, it'll be, I can't think of the word. Going over it again. I don't know why I can't think right now. But for newer people, might be good to catch.
Yeah, it's so important, man.
Yeah, super, super important. Anyway, like I said, if you guys think of a question that you didn't ask, whatever, just DM me or at me, and I'll cover it for you. I'll post the video in the video section for this class that we just did. That way you can rewatch it if you want to. But yeah, that'll be it. Like I said, if you think of a question, feel free to hit me up. Anyway, take care, everybody. Have a good rest of your day.
Cool. Thank you,
Thank you.
Rockets. Have a good one.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.